Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live stream on Age of Engineering mod pack. It looks like it's nighttime. Let's sleep right away. It's been a week. It's been a week since I've streamed. I apologize for last night. Just had a big, huge bout of depression. I've been suffering with chronic depression for quite a while, and I sat down to stream last night. I even, went live for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, all of a sudden just like, no, I can't do this. So for those of you who do also suffer from depression, I'm sure you understand, sometimes things just don't happen. But I'm here today to show you everything we've been working on and see what else we can get done today. So yes, I have been busy with just some, I guess, artsy-fartsy, crafty decorating things. The first thing I got here is in front of all of these machines, I decided to throw some ash and slag down. And I kind of spread it out a bit, so there's some out here too. Ed was adamant that factory floors would be clean. He worked in a factory, so he knows. He basically said the rule was if you have 10 minutes for tea, you've got 10 minutes to sweep. So I still insisted that these machines are not going to be perfectly clean around them, so I wanted a bit of stuff. Hermes, honey, I can't snuggle you right now, but I love you, baby. Okay. I also put piles of coal and coal coke with a barrel here so that as we're processing stuff in here, we can just put it in here. Eventually, I will hook it up so it's automatic, but right now it's not. I also put some more slag in front of the blast furnace, and the fun thing that took me a long time to do is I put a pulley in here. Obviously, this is a decorative pulley made out of chiseled bits. But I figured what would, in a blast furnace steelworks factory, the blast furnace would be loaded from the top, and so they would need to have great big containers to lift all of the iron, and I believe it was lime, up into the furnace. And so I didn't make the container or the chain or anything, but I do have a pulley up here. So we have a pulley, and then I also added hoppers to the metal presses so that we can batch process things. These will likely be automated in the future. I just don't know when. So eventually. I also made 2 more metal formers here. So we have the IC2 metal processing as well. Excuse me. I do not have the power optimized, so there's quite a bit of power loss most likely from here because I'm just using 2 times insulated copper cables from here to that building. So it's not like these are going to get used heavily. And then I just slapped down the extractor because we needed the extractor. So that's what I've done in here so far. There's obviously more that I plan on doing. I spent about 3 hours on this. Excuse me, sorry, I'm suffering with a little bit of a cough this morning. This I found in a website. It's like Bitfont, I think is what it's called. Don't quote me, but I just searched pixelated font generator so that I could make a decent font in pixels. And I found this one. I used a font that I have on my computer that I really enjoy using, so that it's not like Tahoma or Arial or whatever. I don't remember which one it is, like Avagoria or something. I don't know. So it's not perfectly centered for those of you who may have a centered thing. I didn't measure. I just went, okay, this is the middle, so let's try to just put like the middle letters here and then go from there. That's really all I did. But I think it works. It's meant to look like it's painted on the brick. And so obviously it's not going to be perfectly white. It's going to look kind of bumpy and worn out. So that's what I did there. I'm really happy with it. In fact, I want to do something similar with putting a sign on the building on warehouse. I don't know if I'll do it this weekend or not. But I think it'd be really cool on this corner, on this side and that side, right down the middle, to have a sign that just says warehouse. I don't know why, but I think it'd be really cool. So I'm going to think about that. It's not going to be, it wouldn't be painted. It would be like a sign that's been mounted, but we'll see. I'll think about it. What else have I done? I'm trying to think of what else I did. Oh, this building's done. It's got a roof and everything. I know it's pretty tall. And I did the windows kind of interesting. You can see here on the lower floor, some of them are boarded up and they're all different colors. I'm thinking that in an old factory, they wouldn't have all the same panes because people come by and throw rocks at the windows or whatever. So I wanted a bunch of like boarded up looking things, and then we have some older ones looking here, and then the upper floor looks different than that, which I'm not sure you can tell from here. So those are the 3 floors, and on the inside I've started laying out the 3/4 tall walls to divide the sections. This may actually look like an office space if you think about modern offices with cubicles. But they did this in factories as well, especially sweatshops. Each room had their own focus, and Ed liked the idea of having its own focus in different rooms. So what he's doing, let's go into this room so I can show you. He's got an alloy smelter in here. I believe he has it hooked up to the void ore miner, which we have in the basement, so I'll show you. But he's using the Omni buffer to send stuff into each room. He has one for each room to send power and items into the room that need to be processed here. So this one, we get the dusts from the sag mill, which is on the other side, would come in here and get processed, and he has it set up so he can set it up in parallel and have a whole bunch of alloy smelters going. And then the items go out to the item buffer, which it looks like it's backed up, which tells me that our storage drawers are probably full. And this will send things out to the storage network. So, and it's the same in here with the sag mill. Granted, we only have one right now. It's not like we're doing any mass production, but he has the same Omni buffers coming in, item buffer going out. And then in here, he's got the circuits set up. I'm not quite sure if he's, yeah, he doesn't have anything, he doesn't have a cobbleworks or anything for sending stuff through here. So I'm not sure what he's got this set up with. I don't know. So that's what he's got here. This is probably the main power coming into the building. So downstairs is our ore miner, and we have room to put more than one. I cleaned out this whole room, but I only laid down a floor and a half. So we've got the ore miner here, and there's room for one more. He's already got it measured out for a tier 4, which will also put the resource miner down here as well. And he has named all of the things. So this is the intra-building network connection here, and obviously as you can see, things are backed up because our storage is full. So that's just kind of the way things are at the moment. Up here is the first crawl space floor. This is between floor 1 and floor 2. And this is where he's got, like, here's the input from the void miner, and then here's the auto processing output. As you can see, there's some ores in here. These are the things that aren't going to go through the sag mill and alloy smelter. They're going to have to do something else, but we don't have that set up yet. So these are the inputs from the different rooms here. You see here's the calculator circuits one. So he's got it all laid out. This is what he's loving. He's loving to do this sort of thing. And I'm just letting him do it. He's explained to me what these do because I didn't know. So he had explained to me what they did. I'm learning some stuff there. And he's also working on upgrading the power. There's nothing in the further reaches of the building yet. This is what we've got so far in this building. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of this. Oh, there is something else I've done. Because this particular activity tends to be boring for people on live streams. You can see I've got a building coming up over here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is probably really common for a lot of people, but I made a honeycomb in the ground. It's going to be open to the air, so I don't have to, excuse me, I don't have to modify the bees in here to work underground. And I have started, most of the decoration of this is done. The walls are going to be simple. It's just an enclosed park sort of thing. Sorry about that, had to cough. So let's sleep here pretty soon. But I've been busy with bees. I'm gonna sleep before I show you what I've been working on in here. It's not set up to be automated really at all. Simply because the only direction I was headed to is to make alvearies. So here's the bees I've done. I've gone through and made a whole bunch of drones of forest meadows. I haven't touched winter yet since I'm not in the right biome, and I haven't made a forestry greenhouse to do them yet. But we've got rocky, and there's modest with the same thing as the wintry. Steadfast, cultivated, we've got dirty and common. I have clay running right now, but we have clay, valiant, hardened. This one is annoying. This one says it's too cold, so I need to make a greenhouse to fix this one. It is not pure. It doesn't have any drones yet. I was currently mutating it, and then it said it needed a cooler environment. So I said, screw you, I'll put you in here for now then. We have diligent and noble. So that's what I have so far as bees. And this is just my, let's make some honeycomb, honey drops sort of bee houses. And then over here I have industrious all done and running, and it's outputting a little bit of stuff. And over here, this was an accidental mutation. I was trying to get to this one, the Noble Imperial was where it was, and apparently it just mixed together right and I got rule. So I said, well, why not just do the rule then? I need to see which one of these traits I'd like to pass on. I've been trying to work on keeping the flowers as the type instead of wheat. So this one I don't want to put in there. I want the active one to be flowers, so we're going to keep working on that. And then we've got noble and imperial. I've been trying to make these noble first so that I can then breed them into imperial. Thank you so much, Shoe Dog. I appreciate it. We've got, I'm working on, ooh, this one's supposed to be working on diligent, so I have them stashed up here. Let's put another diligent in there. And we're working towards weary, unweary for this one. Here's my clay one cranking out. And then I've got noble, trying to turn it into majestic, which I'm just trying to stack at the moment. So let's see where these are at. This is relatively new. It's still a hybrid. So this one is the one I'm going to want to put in there because it's majestic and majestic for the active and inactive trait. I do have an imperial hybrid drone. I didn't scan it yet, but eventually when we get to the imperial. So that's what I'm working with bees. Every so often I come over here and just run them again. I'm not doing them super focused, but there's going to be things in each of these pods or whatever. I don't know what's needed further on in the pack, but I was told that at least getting to the imperial and industrious branches are recommended. So I don't know if we need any other resources. I do know I needed the clay. The clay was the one thing, so we got those. We got those running. I probably have some stuff in the centrifuge. Like I said, this is just a survivalist generator running the one centrifuge. That's how not set up this is. See, I've done so much fiddling around that it's hard to think about what else I've done. I've got butterflies everywhere because I planted these lime trees for the build over here. I've laid a whole bunch more road. Let's see if we can show you that. So here's our area. And this is the road that we're on right now near the honeycomb bee area. And I've laid some road this way. It needs the gutter line. This is going to be where the technology park is going to be, where all of our advanced stuff probably will happen. And we'll spread out from there for when we get to like space age and stuff. Directional this way. I do have some plans to get food farms going. Just they don't need to be large. They're just for food. And I probably will put them in this small spot here. I'm considering because I don't know what else to put here unless I do trees in here, which would be nice. Probably need to do some forestry trees. So we might do forestry trees in here. This is something I'll show you in a moment. This is an outline of a building that we're going to be working on maybe today. So this is what I've got. I don't remember if I showed you all the log piles. I'll have to go back in there. Oh, and that reminds me, there's some warehouse stuff that I've done. So I went with the whole log piles. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys this, but they're now hooked up to the timber mill so that when the farm actually is running, the wood actually fills the piles. So instead of having it go in the building, which in the building I still have storage doors for the saplings in here, and this will eventually have this hooked up to do planks and whatnot. But yeah, each one of these has a barrel and they're hooked up underground to fill those up. So inside the warehouse, we've done some moving of all of these drawers and things. He's working on using, Ed is working on RF tools, storage, modular storage, and storage scanners and whatnot. But something that he suggested I try, that he really wanted, was pallets for these resources. So I chisel and bit a pallet. This is one of the chisel oak woods, and then I used some spruce, one of the chisel spruce textures that was smooth to make it look like the little nail holes. So I did that, and these are set so you can look underneath them, and it looks like the material is sitting on top. This is also chiseled out and just filled in. It needs to be done over here so you can see how the blocks are floating on top of the pallet at the moment, but it just needs to be filled in with chiseling bits around it. So we have those. They're not hooked up to any, well, that's incorrect. The cobble works. The stone, sand, and gravel are hooked up into the cobble works. I need to put cobble in this pile too, so we have some cobble in here. I just haven't done it yet. And what we're working on today, let me show you what we're working on maybe today. I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing today, so that's why the title's Aimless Wandering, because I'm not sure yet. I've laid the floor, ooh, fancy floor, of this building. This is going to be the IC2 scrap recycler mass fabricator replicator building. So this is where we're gonna have that set up. Thought it might be kind of cool to do a tank of some sort. Probably not the IE tank. Maybe I use a Tinker's tank of the UU matter out here in the quote-unquote yard, which obviously I need to fill in. But that's what this building's gonna be. I haven't decided what it's gonna look like yet. All I have is a floor. What else have I done this week? Oh, I did some work on the cow farm. I set up a way of processing the cows. Now, I don't have the wheat auto-filling into the feeding stations. I still do that manually. Again, this is just for food. There's nothing in here yet, as you can see. So I've just been harvesting wheat and then coming over here. There are a lot of cows. A lot of cows. So I am going to have to figure out some culling mechanism along the edges that will drop the adult cows down into the same area that I have the baby cows that have grown up. So there's just, I don't want this to be... So yeah, along these edges here I'll probably put some culling. Most likely it's using the Dark Utilities inverted filters. But out here is where I have access to the chest that I'm using for actual culling. We've got some things in here. If I break through here... Yeah. So what I have is there's a water stream that sends the baby cows to stand on top of these inverted mob filters, which means that only adults will fall through, and when they fall through, they land on flame traps on top of hoppers. So I should probably add... Hello, you guys just grew up, huh? Thank you for being the example. So yeah, the flame traps burn them up, and they end up as food and leather. So that's the way that is set up. Requires no power so far. Must still have some wheat in those if I just saw hearts. So there is a few things that I would like to get resolved. One of them being rubber, and there are a few ways to do rubber. I probably won't work on them today because the one I decided on is going to require some more research. There are 3 methods to get rubber that I know of in this pack. One is to do a multi-farm with rubber trees. So I can do a forestry multi-farm. 2 is with bees. If you use sticky propolis, that propolis can turn into rubber. Or 3, the one that I would like to learn how to do, is IC2 crop mutation to make stickweed. And stickweed becomes rubber. And that is the direction I'd like to go, I think. So that idea is going to come sooner or later. Like I said, I do need to do a bit more research to learn how to do it. I have seen it a couple of times. So yeah, IC2 crop mutation in the future. Not today, but in the future. So maybe Monday's stream. I've also made some machines. We have started making the machines for the UU Matter. These are the ones I've made so far. The other 3 machines I need to make are quite complicated in their microcrafting, so I haven't done that yet. We should at least... I need power over there. And Ed wants me to make another nuclear reactor for over there. Because we're going to need a lot of IC2 power. So I need to do that. I don't plan on doing that on stream, I don't think. He reminded me, because I completely forgot, of all the power loss that you get from IC2 cables. And see, I ran this cable all the way over there. And he's just like, you know, there was so much power loss, you're probably not getting a whole lot down there. And, you know, he's right. I really goofed on that. So I'm going to take all this cable out and we'll have to put power down there. I was just like, oh, is that it? There's our sewer. I wanted a manhole cover, and let me show you. I thought it'd be really cool to do a manhole cover in the road, but even though you can paint the travel anchor, you cannot paint it a chiseled block. Even though this is a full block, there's my manhole cover that I did. It doesn't work. It just becomes a clear block. So I'm kind of bummed about that. Yeah, bummer, right? Alright, let me look at my idea list. Well, the tree farm. Tree farm. What we should probably do. The tree farm is usually something people have up and running right away. Ours is not automatically running. It is a manual process right now. I have to run over there, throw some axes in the choppers every so often to get wood. What I would like to do is set up an automatic axe maker for over here. And I had planned to do the reinforced stone axes, but that's going to have to wait a bit. You need to make a... what kind of calculator? I think you need to make a flawless calculator. Reinforced. Dynamic, which we're not ready to make yet because you need an atomic calculator. There's just... we can't make this yet for some reason. I'm trying to remember why. Maybe that. I don't know. In any case... we haven't made that yet because we need a calculator that you can place in world. So I'm going to need to probably just set up regular stone axes. So we need a cobble gen and a crafter of some sort in here. Now I did come in here and throw some axes in some of these, so there are a few axes going. But yeah, there's not a lot of power. In fact, if all of these are running all at the same time, this does not handle all the power necessary. But right now, we're keeping up with the amount of wood we need. And as I said, the only one I'd really like to hook up is this one. Nope, it's not that one. It's this one. To get continuous axes. This is the oak, which is good, well, what we'd like to use for, you know, crafting recipes and stuff. So to be honest, I can undo that. We'd send it down. See if I hook it up there, it'll go to all of them. I don't know. In any case, that's what I need to do here. As far as crafter. Oh, I suppose we need one to take the... we need several crafters. Excuse me. We need one to do oak planks from this farm into sticks. That wouldn't be too difficult. We can make these now. I think I might do that. A crafter tier 2. Does it say how much power it uses? 4 recipes is fine. It'll do log to plank to stick and then the axe because I won't need to craft the cobble. This needs nutrient distillation to make. I wonder if he has... well, he's got to have the... Ed has got to have the vat somewhere. Did I not see it? Fishing for fish, actually. For Empowered Palace. What? Yeah, well, let's see. We've got... I don't... there. Aha! It needs water, right? He must just not have it set up to that. Okay. So he does have nutrient distillation, and the carpenter is not configured for anything, and it's empty. So that's good to know. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just feel like I need to cough all the time. Alright, so machine chassis, that's this one. We need to put seed oil in there. So this'll... oh, I need to check to see how much seed oil it needs, actually. No, that's right. What's it missing? Iron bars. What if there's any iron over here? Nope. So we need to go get iron bars. I think I have some already crafted that I was using for some purpose for decoration. So we'll check there first where those might be. And if not, we will be crafting them. There, we got 4. 4 is a good start. That'll get us the 1 chassis we need for that. There we go. There's the chassis. And then in order to do that, we need to change the recipe to that. We'll put this in here. Did I see? I did see electrical steel. Electrical steel, we need to make an end rod, and I have empowered palace. Oops. Did not intend to do that. Let's click that again. How do you make an end rod? I've never had to make one. It is blaze rod with popped coarse fruit. Okay. Does he have coarse fruit somewhere? If he does, where would it be? I don't need to. Might have to harvest. Looks like it. Okay. Do I have any? I have wood blocks. Stack jumping. Let's do this short one. All right. There we go. Alright, so let's make the pop chorus. And I think that's it. The nutrient distillation. We should turn this on. Let's make sure that it's water. Here we go. Yes. Okay. Why didn't I hear? Oh, there we go. Alright, so this, it's receiving power. Oh, okay, so it needed more than that. Well, just, it needs to have water. I mean, really. There's so many things that need to be done. It's just not funny. Okay. So we have the nutrient distillation we need. And we've got you. Oh, I needed to grab the palace. There's the popped chorus. And this should make us several. It does. So we'll put those in here. I batch processed some empowered palace and some empowered Restonia yesterday. So unless he's used them up, you got 100. We'll just put several in there. All right. That should be it. Yep. Okay, so we'll be able to make crafter number 1. And then crafter number 2. Yeah, totally. Okay. Pretty sure I have some redstone. Oh, here's something Ed's been working on. If you know what this is, AE2 is on the way. He was extremely annoyed that the time gate of making the pure, which I grabbed when he had them thrown in there, they were done this morning, of making the pure was hours. He hated that. Oh, he was so mad. I'm like, you only have to do it the once, and then you can make the energy acceptor to be able to make more, right? And he's like, yes. So just reminding him that it's not quite as terrible. He was just wanting to go gung-ho with it. Okay, we have torches. Wow, he's got a bunch of things in here. Okay, we need a second crafting bench. Alright, so there's Crafter Tier 1. Crafter Tier 2 is the same thing. Hey. Alright, so we have that. That is definitely what we need. We need a cobble gen. I don't think I need one as upgraded as this one is. This one I have upgraded to diamond. 1 cobble every 10 yeah, I really could just use the lower tier one. The lowest tier would probably be fine for the tree farm at this point. So we do need to grab some lava, and I think right now the only lava I know... Oh, we might still have some over in that above ground pool. Guess we're gonna go over there and look. Grab water, because I know I need water for 1. Looks like there's a couple of spots. Oh yeah, good deal. Ooh. Alright, what else do we need for a cobble gen? Hi Silverus, good morning. Cobble and glass. The glass part. We're doing alright, Silverus. Thanks for asking. I have a bit of a cough, so I've had to pause several times to cough, but other than that, we're good. I didn't grab glass. Where's the glass? There's some glass. Yeah, you like? Ed loves these. He loves them. They weren't that difficult to make. You just have to use a reference picture, but you know, he's just, maybe he's just being sweet and yeah. Okay, so we have item conduits. I probably need to make filters, and somewhere there's that. That's what I needed. Oh, I need 2. No, just 1. This doesn't need power, just this. Like the I-beams. I have big ones up there and skinny ones here. I should show you, since you're enjoying the design, I should show you what I did here. I've got a sign on the Metalworks building. I did that to make it look like it was painted on. And then in here, we've got ash and slag on the floors. Ooh. Around the big machines, and then I've got a pulley up here on these this I-beam, It could be set up so that it uses hydraulics, chain, or whatever to move it up and down along here. That was difficult. Let's stack jump so you guys. This was difficult to make. Let's do it here. I mean, I had to place each one of these little bits individually. And I used a reference picture, and I'm still thinking this pulley is not large enough, but whatever. I'm not going to make it any bigger. So yeah, we've got a pulley here. There's the wheel, supposedly, you know, where the chain goes. It was smaller, and then I was like, that's too small. It's got to be able to lift heavy loads of iron and lime to go into the blast furnace. So, and I put floodlights in here. I have 2 so far. I don't have any RF power on this side of the building yet, but I'd like to put another flood lamp there eventually to get rid of the torches. I just, yep, haven't done it. Okay, so back to what we were working on. I think I have everything to get started. No, we need filters. Because I'm going to need to say that the crafter only gets wood and cobble. So I need some aluminum. Alright. We need to make... Let me grab paper too. It is just... Make sure the recipe is still... Okay, I was like, let's make sure the recipe is still what I remember it. I have some paper stuffed in one of these. Because I've been using them. There we go, okay. Let's see if we can do this. We should make a sugarcane farm too. There's so many things to do to make our life easier. Alright, so we're going to move this because, as I said in the beginning, I only want to have axes automatically go to the oak one because the others are just used for detail decoration, so I don't need them running constantly. So let's get that. And we'll put I'm guessing it's already working. Every so often I'll get a Now I read, and I could be wrong, but I read the Tiny Progressions Cobble Gen. You can either put an inventory on top or you can use a hopper out of the bottom. So I'm hoping the conduit will work too. Hoping. And I'm going to put this here. Oh, that's kind of weird. Why does... Okay. So I have it on extract right now. I will have it on import and extract, and I'll have it filter import of oak wood because that way I get the oak wood that I need. I need more item conduits. And let's see. I want to make sure that I have room in here. So what we're gonna do is set these up. I'm gonna have to grab more cobble. Can you just... There we go. Like that. I believe that'll be decent. Recipe. We need to do... And the slots are consumed. I need it to go to stay in the input buffer. Apply. And then the next one is going to be blank to stick. And stay in the input buffer, yes. And then the next one will be the X, right? I wear a skelly. That's not going to be fun. This needs to go to the output buffer. What is... Nah, you can, it can be consumed if it remembers the layout. Yeah. Apply. Alright, so this needs power, which I should be able to just hook it up this way. Yes. And it's already made a couple because of the stuff that was in there. I think I'm gonna move you to here. And then hook you up here. Insert. Always active. Now I'm gonna hope that, I mean, it could fill these up if it wants, but I'm gonna hope that these stay remembered. And then over here, I'm gonna have the filters. It's gonna need a filter on extract and on insert. And it's gonna be insert wood, extract stone axes. I need to make another filter up here and have it say insert and extract, and then have insert be stone axes. I think all of the rest of these are set to be extract only. So I won't have to worry. Ooh. I will need to put one here. I don't have a bed on me. I will need to put one there and keep axes from going there. So let's make a couple more filters. I need paper and I have sugarcane, so let's go grab the sugarcane harvest real quick. Whoop, hello. All right. Okay. Go back over here. Across the log jam. I have not used the forestry work table in a long time. Long time being like earlier than 1.6.4. The last time I used it was when I played the Minecraft pack, so it was at 1.2.5. Well, long time. Okay, so I need to set this with a filter. The insert needs to be only access. And then over here, this one needs to be blacklist access. Otherwise, it'll just craft axes, put them into the item conduit, and then just spit them out in here, which I don't want. Okay, so now there's an axe in there. Way better than the regular crafting tables. Oh, I have used that in my regrowth playthrough. I used it for, I remember now that I see it, I used it for Magical Crafts essence crafting. I have used that because it saves a couple of, it's got an inventory and it saves recipes, like 9 recipes or something. Yeah, no, I have used that. Okay, we officially have an automated tree farm. The next step we need to do is to put void upgrades on the oak barrel and the oak sapling barrel. IC2 crafting. Holy crap, why haven't I thought about that yet? Because that is a pain in the rear end. I am totally setting some of that up because I still have a bunch of... Too close. We need to upgrade so I can get the covered cables, the covered conveyors. We haven't upgraded yet. So that is all it needs. It doesn't need... Okay, so it is filling those up. But what I'm not seeing is oak coming in here. Oh, well, I guess it has, because look at all the sticks. So let's set an insert priority of 5. That'll mean when it harvests wood, the priority is here first, so it'll fill this up first. Let's get that in there. I suppose that's okay. Okay, so I think we're set. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I do still have a couple of reinforced stone axes, couple 3, and I have this 1 stone axe. I don't think I have anywhere to put it right now. So we're gonna let it despawn. Okay, so next step. Next step, put a void on the oak. Now, just so you guys are aware that I'm fully aware that if trees are touching these trees, it will chop them down, as you can see. So I know I will occasionally get a few of these other wood types when it chops down trees over there. I know it won't get these two, and I may actually move the acacia here and put spruce here, because whatever. Who knows? So I'm fully aware I'm going to get more than oak. But until I have a problem where I need to put voids on the other wood barrels, the only thing I'm going to concern myself with are the oak, since that's the one we're going to have on using for recipes. So I need to make 2 void and they need obsidian Okay, I think we have a couple of templates. Hey, that's obsidian, isn't it? Alright. Oh, there's only 3 obsidian in there. Are you kidding me? I have to go get some more obsidian. We don't have the resource miner running. That's something else that we should probably consider. So we'll head back over to that above ground lava lake and collect the obsidian that's over there. Ooh, this is where I need it. Now this is not upgraded at all. So, I mean, I can add a massive amount of upgrades. Right now, we're just going to put void 1 and go get some more obsidian to do void on the sapling barrel. I should take out my hammer for that. What's ingenious? What? Oh, the log piles? Well, you have to assume that a timber mill is going to have piles of wood, right? Why not have actual wood in the wood piles? See how many I get. I know there's lava under here. I got 6. That's pretty darn good. Okay. Loot. One negative thing about these dark boots is that when you shift in other things that have step assist, it keeps you from stepping up one block, but these dark boots don't have that. When I hold shift, I still end up stepping up the block, and I hate that. 10's good for now. Let's do home. And I'll show Silver's my log piles, because you seem to really appreciate the buildy stuff. So yeah, each log pile has a barrel in it. So there's my jungle. And, you know, dark oak and birch. They all have a barrel in them. There's that one. Oh, yep. Piles of wood in front of the timber mill, which I have a lot of work to do on it yet. There's going to be like wood piles and stuff too, like the planks and whatnot. And a lot of the ground is going to be covered in sawdust, which is actually probably just going to be podzol and coarse dirt, but that's the plan for that when I feel up to working on that. Alright, where is the... There it is. I don't know if I want to do a key just to deactivate the step up though. I wanted to make a water tower to put our nuclear reactor in across from where the replicators, the UU matter stuff's going to be. But Ed vetoed that. He said, why don't you make something for what it's supposed to be instead of making something completely different and sticking a reactor in it? He says, if you're going to make a water tower, it needs to have water in it. I'm like, well, sure, but it could have a reactor too. Yeah, no, he didn't go for that. So, I mean, I don't want to do those giant cooling towers for a nuclear reactor. It wouldn't work well with our factory area. I don't want to. So, we're just going to have to put them underground. Alright, so let's put some of this stuff away that I've picked up from running around. So that's, I have it on my to-do list to automate the tree farm with a shut off, which instead of a shut off, I just have it waiting. Next thing, I need to think about what the next thing is going to be. Let's put these away. Seed. I would like to make this room more cool, this workshop. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. That doesn't need to be on. I mean, what is that? This is the one-off workshop. This is where you just come where you need to do one or two things. So this isn't the big automation building, but I do want to have a one-off workshop. I just don't, I don't like all this big open, wide open space with nothing in it, and it needs to be organized, and we need to set up the second empowerer. Ed has upgraded the power, which is still not fantastic, but he has upgraded the power so it goes a little faster. What's on my list of things I could do? I should check on the bees again because it's been a couple in-game days. Work on thinning the cow farm, but I'm still not sure I want to just spend time digging holes for cow collection. I do need to replan the animal husbandry, industrial size animal husbandry, I guess is what you would call that. There's 1, 2 that stack, so let's see if they keep stacking. And do you stack with that one? You do. Very nice. Okay, so we almost have a noble to use. This is still becoming a diligent. Ugh. Alright. What kind of traits do you have? Let's first see if there are any majestic. There's one. Okay, so we have 2. This one has 4 drone fertility. This one also has 4. I noticed that the princess has an active trait of 2 and an inactive of 4. Shortened or short? We'll use this one. I'm gonna try to make that one stack. Oops. And was that it? I think so. The clay bee is just going and going. I should chuck those. If we had Benny's mods or Gendustry, there'd be a use for all these extra drones, but since it's just regular forestry, we do not. Get some more honey drops. I thought there was pretty there. Okay. I need to make some more storage drawers. I've been just chucking them in a crafting station. So there's that. Bees are slow. They're so slow. I do not have experience with tree breeding, though. That will be interesting. Could definitely set up the IC2 mini crafting with those work tables. Thank you for the suggestion. Because we're going to need to make the scanner. So I definitely want to have the crafting table for the regular and advanced circuits, the regular and advanced machine casings, the motors. I only need to do one of those, so I probably don't need to do that. Yeah, pretty much, Dave. And then the pattern storage. That one requires mining lasers and a modular storage from our tools, but these are going to have, I mean, there's so much microcrafting that I cannot. What else do I need? Replicator itself. This is, yeah. Almost, you're right, Silverus. You don't. So I have a bunch of little things here to craft. I don't even know how these work. How do the teleporters work? But, yeah, most of this stuff needs tier 4 power. I know the replicator does. That the scanner does, but so it'll go straight from the nuclear reactor into the machines. But I will need to either step down the mass fab and the recycler. Well, I can step down the mass fab, that's fine, with a transformer. And then step up the recycler a couple. So, I need to make a nuclear reactor. And all the garbage that goes with a nuclear reactor, because that's what he wants over there. For power. Before I even place these. I'm not even going to place them down until there's power over there. Oops. So, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break and run to the bathroom and clear my throat. I need to get some more water. I will be right back. Trust me, 2 minutes. That's all it's going to take. Be right back. Okay. Random stuff in my inventory. So let's make some of those work tables. I'm pretty certain it was an easy recipe. Oh yeah. So we need some books. I think I'm gonna make 3 of these to start. So we should go harvest some more sugar cane. And we'll grab a stack of wood. No, 1 stack of wood. Let's push this 1 acacia log away. Work tables. How do I make 2? There we go. Okay, I'm considering just put them there. Excuse me, sorry. All right. Work table, get. So first things first, since we need a nuclear reactor before I can even get the UU Matter stuff set up. And Ed made the nuclear reactor that we have in this playthrough. I did a nuclear reactor in the All the Mods expert mode that I was playing before this pack. So I've made a reactor before, just not with this recipe. I'm not sure. The All the Mods expert mode really... their recipe for a nuclear reactor was quite interesting. If I remember correctly, and I could be slightly wrong, but I believe it used forestry shortmead and camouflage paneling for some part of it. I don't remember. So in any way, nuclear, we can do that part and that part. Oh, that is a pretty standard recipe, definitely. Oh, this is... oh, no problem. Oh my goodness. No problem. Let's do some of these. Ooh. Where's all the... I'm concerned. Because some of these are full, like this one specifically, the stuff in the processing building isn't coming over here. Let's investigate this real quick. Well, All the Mods expert mode heavily tweaked them. Alright, so input. This is the output that is just sitting there. So let's follow the cable, see where it goes. And I believe it goes down here. No, yeah, there it is. This is the cable. And it goes over here. This is the inter-building network connection, and this is just sitting there. Which this goes into the sewer. So let's go into the sewer. So here's that. And this is backed up. Yeah, this is going to be a decorated sewer eventually, but it runs along the streets. This is the street. And we're down in the sewers. And this is backed up. And this goes to here. See, I don't know how this works. I was pretty sure the storage scanner, you can't insert items into a storage scanner, can you? I don't know much about the storage network. Googling it real quick. I don't think so. I thought it was just a scan. Does he not have the storage drawer controller set up anymore? Why is there a hole here? No, it's... I really don't think he has this set up right. I think he's trying to insert stuff from the processing into the scanner. I don't think you can do that. I mean, clearly something's not letting things go through. If this buffer over here is full in the sewer. Let's just take all this stuff out, see what happens as things get processed. What do I got here? Well, that one is full. So we need to upgrade that one. And then we've got ore over here. Just double click everything because there's no drawer controller. I wonder where he put it. Emerald. Osmium? Oh, we have osmium over here. Somewhere. That's osmium. And then apatite. Oh, I don't think I have apatite in an ore. You know, I do, okay. Alright, so we need to make a quick upgrade. Let's actually not make one, let's just use one for the tin. And head back down into the basement access to the sewer and see what's happening. Go down, please. This is empty. This is empty. Did we just fix it? Excuse me. I apologize to all headphones users. 264. We'll have to keep an eye on this one. And if it goes up above 264, I'll know that you can actually import into a scanner and I'll have learned something. I know he has the ore miner on. He told me he turned it on last night. That's what I'm wondering, Silverus, and I know the tin was full. So if this is doing stuff, this is doing something, this is doing something, and it's going somewhere, So I'm gonna guess it's back to working again. $266. Yes, that was the problem. So now that this is upgraded, it shouldn't get stuck until the next thing. I mentioned that when I showed that. I'm like, if any of you guys work in offices, you'll probably think that this looks a lot like cubicles. If you think about sweatshop design too, which who doesn't think about sweatshop design, right? They were cordoned off in little areas as well. And so each of these is technically a room where one particular thing happens. So in this room, we process circuits, you know. In this one, we process, we do all of the parallel seg milling, which obviously we don't have a lot of. And I wanted to be able to see the cables coming out of the ceiling. So I didn't want to make walls that went all the way up. I wanted to be able to see all the cables coming out. Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going in this one yet. No, we don't know, but this whole building, he wants to put all the automation stuff in. So that sounds like fun. It's nighttime, we should sleep and then get back to what we were doing, which is making a few IC2 things to start filling up. I don't think we need a lot of leather boots, but that would be pretty funny. Have an armor factory in there and have it just making leather stuff. Yeah. Okay, so nuclear reactor chamber first. So, oh, I was gonna get stuff. That's right. We left off with grabbing materials that I ended up putting away again to make plates. That is aluminum. Okay. I don't think I have any in here. I'm wrong. I do have things in there. So our metalworks is going. We're going to use this first table here on the left to do basic machine casing. And make one. And then the advanced casing, eventually. We don't need it for this one. We do need lead. I wonder if we have any lead plates. Doesn't appear. Ooh. We've got some lead plates. And then we do basic machine casing with lead plates equals reactor chamber. Now, we need dense lead plates, which we'll have to do in the IC2 machine, the compressor that we have in. So we need to do a generator. Yay. So grab some cobble. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to put a recipe in there for making a furnace. Just not. But I am going to put this in there because we're going to do the furnace with the basic machine casing and then the re-battery. This one. So we need tin, redstone, insulated tin cable. Let's see if we have any of that. so. Okay, so we need to grab some tin. We'll make some. We need... Yeah, that works. Oh, redstone. We'll grab that while we're over here. Okay, so those are still going. So let's do the metal plates in here for tin. Are we on the lead yet? Almost. I've got some rubber in here. Let's look at the recipe for the... I guess the recipe thing has changed for crop farming. There it is, crop matron, not the mutatron. That's gendistry. That sounds interesting. I didn't know you could... Well, I guess you could eat watermelon seeds. Neither have I. So that's not a problem, and that's not a problem. So we'll be doing those. And we'll need to make a crop analyzer. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Gotta read about this again. Gotta read and watch about making the IC2 crops so we can do the stick read. Gotta. Okay, so we're gonna put 2 back in there. And good, it's working on the dents now. Okay. Or it's working on the lead. 9 times 4. I've got a while to wait yet. Alright. I'm going to be learning it for stick reed for rubber. I've decided that's how I want to get our rubber. I talked about in the beginning the 3 ways this pack has for making rubber. The multi-farm from forestry, and sticky propolis from bees, and then the IC2 crops. And I decided I'd like to learn the IC2 crop method. Because why not? Right? Alright, we're gonna cover all of them. And I don't think, yeah, as I say, I don't think this has any place to go. Why aren't you? Oh, because you're full! I need to be making some more refined, enriched. We need to make some more rods. Red wheat. I'm guessing that's redstone? I don't know all the different crops. I don't know. I do know I'm going to do stick reed for rubber, but I don't know. It depends on if that sounds... What's an eating plant? So, yeah, don't know. Never ever used the mod, that part of the mod before, so it'll be interesting. Actually, to be honest with you, really never used IC2 before. And it's a stupid reason why. Here's the reason why, and it has nothing to do with the whole power and packets and things blowing up. The reason... It's not a town, it's an industrial district, but I get your point. The reason I have not used IC2, and this is the builder in me, the builder in me is the reason why I haven't used it. These machines are boring. Bland, boring, blah machines. They look ugly. There's no way to make them look good. So I was just like, yeah, we'll just skip those. Who wants to do that? No one wants to do that. All right, got some dense plates. So here's a battery. And so now we should be able to make this. Boop. So we have that. And now we need to do this step. That is the tech person in you. I'm not a tech person. All right, so to make this, we need copper insulated cables. Let's see if I have any of those. I do not. I need iron plate, which we have in there, and I need redstone, which I believe we have in there also. So I need to make some copper cables. Let's grab a stack so we can make some copper cables. I have copper cables. Let's not make any more than that. I'm going to need more rubber, to be honest. Screw it. The lead plates, we need to do a few more of those. Six, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So we'll get those going. Insulated copper cable. We have everything we need for electronic circuit. So then we need to do the advanced, which needs glowstone powered Restonia. Glowstone. We need to break up powered Restonia. Sleep. Because the other side of the industrial district does not have these lanterns to keep the mobs at bay. What do you mean by a proper building? Do you do a direwolf building or do you do an actual building? My fortune axe is... Oh, you can't fortune this. But fortune does give you a better chance of getting 4 pieces. I have not played Grade Tech since the Minecraft pack. Ed liked it in the Minecraft pack, but I know that it has changed. Alright, so we got that in there, so we should be able to make an advanced circuit. Yes, okay. So we need to make 3 of these reactor chambers. Which means making 2 more of these. 2 more of those. And we need the dense plates that I have going. I will. Yeah, I will. I just haven't yet. Alright, so we got those. Okay. Nuclear reactor, get. Yep, I remember as soon as I saw the JEI image of it, I'm like, ha, I have used those before and completely forgot about them. So now we have a nuclear reactor. We do need to make some more chambers. That's gonna require some plate in there. I'm sure he's gonna want me to make the full 6 chambers. So I'm going to yay or dictionary. That's awesome. Alright, so this table makes reactors. Not that I'll ever need to make reactors again, but I will totally need to make basic machine casings and advanced circuits and batteries, so woot. Let's put this pick back in my little semi-auto fortuning machine that I have chucked in the corner here. It's mostly empty, I think, and I need to take these out. These don't drop, well, yeah, no, they don't drop XP, which was the main reason that I wanted that set up. I haven't found any use for those items either. So, up we go. Although I think the rubies are where you get the red garnets for, very likely that you get the red garnets that you need for Westonia empowering. Okay, so we have another reactor. I don't know where I'm going to put it, other than in the basement of the building that's going to have this stuff. But we need to do a bunch of the interior stuff, and I don't know what pattern to do on the inside. I usually just Google something and try to find one. It needs to be high yield and stable. So if any of you guys watching have a reactor pattern that is high yield and stable, let me know. I'll show you the one that Ed is using right now in the reactor we have under the power shed. There is what he has. It looks like it's depleted, so I'm going to have to look at the MFSU and see if I need to replace the fuel rods. It's okay for now. So yeah, this is what he's currently using. I couldn't tell you how much it makes. It's probably like, I think it was like 130, something like that. Let's go over and see if we can make 7 more fuel rods. Oh, it has 420. Anything that does anything better, since it's going to be over in the mass fabricator building, it, you know, could use. Alright, so we have some iron plates and some copper plates, so we can make Alright. I don't need 8, I only need 7. So put those back. Need to run some more iron plates so we can craft more of those. While I'm wearing this stuff, let's pull these out and craft some more enriched uranium. That was only 5 stacks. Okay. I do not think I can fit it all in there, so we'll put it in there. And see, I think he talked about a fluid reactor. So the next step is just to run those in parallel to have more than one. I've never gone beyond this reactor because I needed it for all the mods expert mode, and the only reason I needed it was for 1 plutonium so that I could make a mutatron from Gendustry. That is the only reason I needed it. So once I had the plutonium, I shut it off and took it apart and never used it again. So there's that. He's talked about wanting to do a breeder reactor. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, 420, you're right. You are exactly right. To be honest though, that probably doesn't need to be running. I'll turn it off. And we'll go put these in to get the plutonium out of them. He's never messed with reactors either, though, so there we'll get the plutonium out of those. And we need 40 fuel rods, huh? Good deal. Okay, so oh. Okay, so you would do a Mox fuel rod breeder reactor. Or would you use a uranium breeder reactor to get the plutonium to make Mox and then process the Mox to get more plutonium? And remember, you are talking to somebody who does not do tech, so I ask these questions to try and understand a lot of the stuff that he does that go over my head, like this the RF tools networky thing, and with the Omni buffers and stuff that he's setting up to do isolated whatever it is he's doing. I couldn't think about that. He's the engineer. He understands things like that. Me, on the other hand, not so much. Okay, so we put that away so in case he needs it. This is warming up. Alright, it's nighttime again, folks. And we should check on the bees again. So let's do that. They're probably done another cycle. if there was magic in the pack, I'd be doing the magic. Whoa! Hey there. I love magic sort of things. Although, what is the really popular magic mod that is actually also really buggy? Ars Magica. Don't like that. Do not like Ars Magica. Do those stack? They do. So no, stop. We need to try to get Imperial is what we're headed for with this one, which needs probably the Majestic that I'm working on over there. Yes. So since this is a stable noble, we need to make this a stable Majestic. Alright. Love Blood Magic, Botania, which of course is Magitech. Thaumcraft, I miss Thaumcraft so bad. Witchery, I miss Witchery. I played, if you look at my YouTube channel, I have a half of a Simply Magic playthrough. I stopped halfway through because people stopped watching it. So I was enjoying it, but people weren't as interested. So you do what people are interested in sometimes. So I don't even have the world anymore on my computer. We had to wipe stuff and I don't even have it anymore, so I couldn't even go back. If you like building, you would probably enjoy watching that series too, because I made some amazing steampunk looking stuff in that one. 38, okay. Went steampunk route there. Get some more honeycombs. And we can put those in there. Alright, so have we cycled them all, or was it just the Majestic where we stopped? That was empty. We're trying to get the Diligent to be stable, aren't we? Short order. This is really the only one that I'm that concerned about. That so far is the winner. Yep. Alright. So there we go for that. I have one Unweary Hybrid. What is it? Unweary Noble. Okay. Let's take these out. Dynafire. I don't have a trash can around here. So we have these going. I think we're done. We're waiting on Majestic for this. This is where we need to get the Imperial. And once we're done with Imperial, I will start working on the stuff to make alvearies, to put the Imperial and Industrious in alvearies, and just let it go to town making materials. Yep, I had mentioned that a while ago too, Silverus, that if we had Binnies or Gendistry, we'd be able to utilize them. I agree, Binnie's mods were pretty good. Ed doesn't like to share this information. I don't know why. I think it's cool. But he was Ed was a Patreon supporter for Binnie when he was still working on his mod, the B pack. And one of the Patreon perks was that you could suggest a bee at a certain tier, and Ed was at the tier, and that was when big reactors were a thing, and Yellorium and Plutonium bee, the Yellorium chain of bees, is what Ed suggested, and actually became a thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I know in one playthrough, because Ed loves his bees, but he hates plain forestry. He does not like to do bees when it's just plain forestry. But yeah, when it's Gendustry or when Binny's Mods was in it, it was bees for resources and screw anything else. That's how he got all of his resources, was through bees. And he's amazing with getting bees all sped through. I've taken forever with mine, but he could get it done real quick. So